I wanted to make some corrections. It's not Judge Dorsey that's retiring, it's Judge Foley. George Dorsey was reclused off the case. She might have been the judge that needed to be on the case. They brought in Judge Navarro, famous for the Bundy case, famous for the government filing a RICO on her. So, I mean, the light is already on her, and she's allowing these defendants in Sophia Stewart's RICO case to go past the allowed date, the actual extended time. This case should be over with. 3-5-19 default judgment for Sophia Stewart, and that's how it's going to go, because they trying to turn this case, this RICO case, into a copyright case because they can't answer the original complaint. They cannot answer Brian Thomas's letter. They cannot acknowledge the Utah ruling in which Sophia Stewart won the franchises and almost $500,000 in attorney fees. They're not going to discuss the $3.5 billion that Sophia Stewart has against the defendants. These are all the things that Judge Navarro and Judge Dorsey should be forcing the defendants to acknowledge and answer. Instead, they're acknowledging what the defendants are putting in and trying to force Sophia to answer their motions of BS, old stuff. They bring up the California case and the old Nevada case. Guess what? The Utah case supersedes all of that. She defeated the lawyers that sabotaged her case in the California case. Had Judge Dorsey, not Dorsey, excuse me, Foley and Judge Navarro acknowledged the Utah case, I wouldn't be making these videos. I'd probably have some champagne in my damn mouth right now. But it is what it is. And default judgment will be coming because Judge Foley and Navarro will be reclused off the case. And these defendants did indeed commit these indictable acts. They are going to jail, and that $55 billion in restitution is in the bag. $55 billion is a mere fraction of $100 and so billion that was made over a course of 38 years collectively. I think they need to go ahead and just pay and get this over with before it gets worse. So the task force, John Hoover, FBI, the DOJ, everybody is alerted on this case. The White House is alerted on this case. So some heads are going to roll. And that bankroll is going to roll. $55 billion of it to Sophia Stewart's bank. How about that? $55 billion to keep on, reasons to keep on going. 55 billion reasons for everybody to call and say, you know what? What's going on with Sophia Stewart's case? We know she owned it. She should have won that default judgment by now. Why is this case going past 3-5-19? It should have been over a long time ago. It doesn't take 61 days. And they still couldn't answer the original complaint. Still can't answer the Utah ruling. And still don't want to acknowledge Brian Thomas's letter that clearly describes the RICO case, implicates all the defendants in the RICO. How about that? Your smart lawyer was so bold, so cocky. You guys are on a high horse that's so high that you will put a RICO in black and white for the whole world to see. If you don't believe me, go to my Derek Ashford pages and look for the Brian Thomas letter on my page. Anyway, just want to make some corrections. It's David Ellison, not Dale. That's one of the defendants. And of course, Judge Foley, who's retiring soon. I don't think he wants to retire on this note. So, thank y'all. This is part 3. Go back and look at part 1 and part 2. And I may have a part 4, 5, and 6, depending on how this thing goes. So, thank you guys for listening. Later.